So let's just take a moment and just close your eyes if you can. Pull your hands away from your desk and just put your hands on your lap. I'm going to invite you to close your eyes just so you can be alone in your inner world and just take 3 deep breaths in through the nose, hold it, and out through the mouth. 2 more times, in through the nose, hold, and out through the mouth. 1 more time, in and out. Now just check and see. You can feel yourself now in your body. We've grounded here and now in the present moment. Through the breath, we've come back to the body, wherever our minds were, and just feel the contour of your body against the chair where you're sitting. Feel the top of your head and the distance between the top of your head and the roof, the ceiling where you're sitting. Feel the distance between your right shoulder and the wall, the closest wall, and your left shoulder and the closest wall. And just feel what's at your back and feel what's at your front. So this is the space around the body. Now just listen to your own heartbeat for a moment. And then visualize a thread of light from your heart to the center of your forehead, behind the eyes, and find yourself in that big, open, beautiful room in your head. So just as the physical body is surrounded by some walls and ceilings, the soul is surrounded by this space inside. So just visualize the space in your head, the contours, the shape, the perimeter. But in the center sits you, the being of light, not even the body of this person, this part you play now, just a sparkling being of consciousness in the brain, behind the eyes, the controller of this body, the one who has the programming of many, many years and lives, even of experiences, all recorded in you. The energy of the soul has been shaped and conditioned, but beneath that, a still and silent space. See if you can find the original vibration, the purest, truest vibration, feeling of yourself beyond the story. Breathe in. Now I'm going to ask you to visualize a camera moving above your head and looking down at your body in the room where you're sitting. And this camera is going to zoom out very slowly. So it starts from the ceiling of the room where you are right now. You see the room, you see the chair, and you see the top of your head and your body. And the camera is now going to zoom out so that you see the top of the building that you're in. And as the camera zooms out even more slowly, you can see now the plot of land where the building is. And further now we zoom out and you can see the neighborhood where you are sitting. And then further out, maybe some local landmarks. And then as we zoom out further, you begin to see the geography of the city, town, place where you live. If there's a coast, if there's a green space, water, whatever. And slowly now the camera zooms out and you can see the whole sort of area, geographic area where you live. And familiar places come into view. as the camera zooms out further. And now we see the United States of America, the geography of that land mass. And higher still, we see Canada. North America now comes to view. And higher still until you begin to see the Earth itself with all of the continents. And zooming out further still, you can see the entire globe floating in space, the blackness of space, but still the globe is visible enough to you that you can see different continents. You can see where it's blue for the oceans. You can see where there is white cloud coverage. You can see the areas of Earth that are brown. The northern part of Africa is all brown. And you can see that parts that are green, green, green. Just have a look at that globe floating in space. And just a little further now, the camera's going to zoom out until you find yourself looking at a tiny little ball in space, like a blue pearl floating in the blackness of space. And that's the Earth. And you know, there's a lot of activity happening there, but it's so far away. It seems so distant from you from this perspective. It could be like a toy. It's just nothing. But in this place where you are now, where the camera lens is, you just feel for a moment the vast silence of space, dead silence, like those first astronauts reported, and the awe, the sheer awe and wonder of the vastness of space and the dead silence. You are weightless, floating beyond gravity, free, completely peaceful, silent, and sweetly detached from everything except your experience in this moment, silent. Enjoy the beauty of this experience. And breathe in very deeply. As the camera now begins to zoom in very, very, very slowly, just carry that feeling of peace and silence as you see the Earth coming a bit closer into view. So the continents are visible. And closer still until you see the Americas. And closer still, you see North America. And then the US of A. And closer still until you see the top sort of geography of the place where you live. And the camera zooms into your neighborhood, to the building where you're sitting, and then from the ceiling to the top of your head. And then you're back in the screening room of your mind. Silent, still soul that just went on a journey using thoughts and imagination to create pictures on your mind that took you to a silent experience of self. Take a deep breath in. And slowly you can open your eyes.